Hello from Bedigal and Gadigal land. I'm Jane, and today we are welcomed by Luke. Welcome, Luke.
Hello.
So today we're going to talk about the ASA and what it's like to be part of the AGSM Student Association. But before we go into that details, Luke, could you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Sure. So my name's Luke. So I'm from the UK. I've got a corporate strategy background in the insurance industry.
What brought you here to the AGSM?
So I've been to Australia before. So I did a working holiday visa. When was it? It feels like ages ago, maybe 8 years ago. So right after uni, I did a working holiday visa. Loved Australia. Kind of always wanted to come back. I think when choosing kind of career-wise and understanding that an MBA makes sense, I think that opened up the possibilities of, okay, why do an MBA in the UK when I could go abroad? And then that helped to narrow it down to Australia. And then it kind of made sense.
Yeah. You know, some people ask the reverse question, why do an MBA overseas when you can do it nationally?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's great.
When people from Australia come to the UK, it's exactly what you ask from a weather point of view. But yeah, you're right.
Okay, nice. And you're the co-president of the ASA.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit more about what ASA is?
Yes. So the ASA, or AGSM Student Association, is, I think it's a kind of a new concept. So before, most, I guess, universities would have kind of clubs and societies that would be run by different kind of presidents. So I think AGSM has kind of shook up the concept, which is pretty cool. So it's run as almost like a business. So you have kind of a board of directors, and you've got an exco as well. So we've got two co-presidents. So Sonia Clark is kind of my partner in crime as a co-president. And you've got kind of your three vice presidents, and that's kind of the five who make up the exco. And then you've got 8 board of directors who cover different ED&I groups, as well as kind of industry representatives. That creates this really cool kind of business kind of feel. We run a company, we run something with a purpose, something with cohesion, and something that's really collaborative that perhaps different clubs and societies kind of miss that cohesion. So it's pretty new concept. So we're still kind of testing and learning, but it's fun, it's enjoyable, it's challenging.
Yeah,
it's all of the above.
The whole ecosystem is made up of the MBA cohorts. How has it shaped the dynamics of your relationship with them since joining the ASA?
As in our current cohort as a whole. How's it changed my relationship?
Yes. I mean, obviously you work together a lot more, a lot closer as well, going through, for the same goals. You would have grown a bit closer then to some of them, I would imagine, especially Sonia as the co-president.
Definitely, yeah. I think it's kind of what you love and find challenging about the ASA is certainly that. I think you've got 13 driven individuals who've joined the ASA and put their name forward to take on that extra workload while also giving back to the cohort. So it creates that kind of different personalities, different motivations, different priorities. So you've got this kind of bundle of a mess, which is also really cool because you're in the same situation. So it's the first session. I think the most challenging thing about the ASA is kind of that running while planning kind of concept. Yeah. So we're trying to figure out what the ASA is, who the team is, how they work, while also doing it at the same time. And that's really challenging. But we're all in it together, and we've kind of come together, definitely formed different relationships, different challenges. It's been really good. And Sonia, I think the challenge we have is to form one brain. I think me and Sonia are completely different. We have different ways of doing things, which is such a pro, but also a bit of a con in that it just takes a little bit more time to make sure we're on the same page and making decisions together. So this running, planning kind of concept, which makes it even harder. That's what's fun and great about it, I think.
And that's representative of an organization as well, right? In any organization, for-profit or non-for-profit, you will still encounter that dynamic. As long as you're working with any individuals, you'll still have that experience. What lessons have you learned from the ASA that you think is applicable to your future career, or even just life in general?
I think that the world continues to move. I guess kind of like COVID. Ideally, you'd want to plan what to do when COVID hits, but you can't. It just happens. So that kind of, again, the planning and running is you've got to make decisions fast. You've got to kind of test and learn. You've got to try things out, fail, come back stronger. You've got bundles of priorities, so studies versus the ASA versus the entire cohort, making sure they're okay. Juggling priorities is a huge lesson, just like it would be if you were running a business. You're juggling everything. So I think that's probably the best lesson, is making decisions faster.
Failing fast.
And
learning fast.
And learning fast.
Cool.
Exactly.
And how's the MBA program for you so far?
I think it's been brilliant. I think there's just so much to do. There's so much opportunity. It's kind of, how do you make those, it's similar to the ASA, right? You've got, you're accelerating your career, you're trying to find something new, you're exploring industries, while also learning from the cohort. There's too many options. So it's all about figuring out where best to invest your time. So I'm finding it fantastic. I'm still trying to figure out how to learn where my time should be spent. I can't do everything, so don't try and do everything, but do try and do everything. So
you're always scribbling over your iPad. Every time I see you, you're always doing something.
I'm just all over the place. So I guess trying to figure out how to manage that mess, which is definitely a session 2. Like you almost create a new you going into the next session from all the lessons you've learned from the first. So, it's been fantastic.
Nice. And where are you going after the MBA? Do you still plan to go to?
That's the golden question. I think so. From a corporate strategy background, kind of the traditional, come to an MBA. Consulting is a really good opportunity after it. You've got the versatility of working in different industries, working on different problems. I think that's still my plan A, but just it's the kind of learnings we're getting from the course, from kind of entrepreneurship, and especially social entrepreneurship and responsible management. It kind of breaks down your thinking of, is there something else you could do? So exploring in the crazy stuff like start your own business, like you, scary but worth exploring.
Working twice as hard for half the pay. Just remember that.
Exactly. So I think keeping the doors open is important. Have your plan A, but don't get stuck to it. So that's kind of where I'm at. I've got a plan A, but
open to opportunities.
Open to opportunities. Exactly.
Do you plan on staying here with your soon-to-be bride?
Soon-to-be bride. Yes. No, 100%. So I think we want some work experience at the very least after the MBA. And I think with the visas that you can get from doing this MBA, there's an extension course to really help with that. It's quite a straightforward pathway to at least temporary working rights, which is really good. Gives you an opportunity to work in a different culture, different experience. So again, similar to the opening or not closing doors, I think plan A would be get some temporary working rights. Plan B, who knows? We'll see.
Nice. And how's the Australian culture different from the UK that you could notice?
It's a good question. I'm trying to insult either the UK or Australia in answering it.
You can do both.
I'm definitely going to do both. So the culture is, I think, because you've got America kind of in the mix. So you kind of have, I see Australia as a bit of an in-between between the UK and America, especially in the kind of the products that you see. So there's that kind of weird thing, which is fun, especially with Americans on the cohort. You can kind of see the different dynamics at play. The weather, I think ultimately it's the weather. I think when you've got sun, people are happier. When you've got gloom and just mild days, it just creates, it's like when you're watching a film and it just has that kind of dark tone on it. It just completely changes everything. That's definitely the UK.
So we're more
when
laid
the sun
back?
comes out in the UK, you're laid back. Definitely.
Friendly,
happier, at least. I mean, you'd have to check the stats, wouldn't you? The broad generalization that Australia is happier than the UK. I'm definitely for that, and that's why I'm here. But again, don't want to insult the UK. Lovely place.
You should
go at the right time when it's sunny.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to press the subscribe button so that the next video will go straight to your box. See you next time.